What's good everyone, it's Kajani with a crafting and gathering prep guide for patch 7.3. Patch 7.3 is titled The Promise of Tomorrow. The developers anticipate 7.3 to be released early August, so we are predicting that it could be released on August 8th. As usual, we do have a lot of crafting and gathering content to look forward to, so let's get started with the confirmed content for patch 7.3. Our next Allied Society quest will feature the Yakoi, and they will be a crafting allied society. During the most recent live letter, they showed us screenshots, one of this robot, which we will most likely be crafting parts for, and another which shows the first boss of Warcore Zormar paying us a visit. Not sure how they're going to tie it together, but they definitely have my attention. Also, I'm really hoping that the robot is the mount, but we'll see. About a month or so after the release of patch 7.3, we will get the next installment of Cosmic Exploration, as well as the next upgrade step for the Cosmic Tools. Our next stop is a planet named Faena. It appears to be very bright in terms of light and features many varied and vibrant colors, which makes me wonder if after each upgrade step for the Cosmic Tools, if they will reflect each respective planet that we visit. We'll just have to stay tuned and find out. Besides a new planet to explore and relics to upgrade, there will be some much appreciated quality of life coming to Cosmic Exploration. In patch 7.3, a retainer bell will be added to the lunar base, and we will be able to use mounts on the lunar base as well as every planet that we visit in future patches. They will also make it easier to get to Cosmic Exploration zones by adding a teleport ticket that will take you directly to Driving Way. Based on the feedback received, the time limit for some gathering missions will be increased, and your GP and cast timers for your cordials will reset upon completion of a gathering mission. Both of these changes will make it easier to work on your Cosmic Tools as well as work on any gathering achievements. They will also be adding more incentive for players to continue engaging in Cosmic Exploration content. The only long-term achievement at this point is getting 500,000 points with all your Disciple of Hand and all your Disciple of Land to get the mount that you see here. Now for the content that we expect, everything going forward is based on historical patterns. If they happen to change things up in 7.3, I do apologize in advance. In 7.3, we expect one new Aether Sand that will be used to craft endgame recipes like gear, food, and potions. It'll be used in endgame recipes that will be released in 7.3 as well as 7.4. We also anticipate two brand new endgame foods that will buff the stats of your crafting and gathering classes respectively. If they follow previous trends, the new crafting food will buff control and CP. This means it'll most likely replace Ronique steak as the go-to food to buff control. One of the ingredients to craft either food is typically a fish that is locked behind a fishing tome of folklore. The fish should be in high demand at the start of 7.3, which presents an excellent way to make some gil. In 7.3, we anticipate new crafted crafting and gathering gear. The upcoming gear set will be best in slot until 8.0. To craft the new gear set, we will be using the same tome materials and pre-craft materials that were used to craft the raid gear that was released in 7.2. The tome materials can be purchased from Zircon in Solution 9. Here is a list of the pre-craft materials that are most likely to be used to craft the upcoming gear set. I would recommend crafting these high quality, since high quality pre-craft materials will make it easier to high quality the new gear set. Condensed solution will also be used in some capacity to craft the upcoming gear set. There will also be some new crafting materials that will be used to craft the upcoming gear set. Most notably, there will be a brand new crafting material that you can purchase using your purple crafting scripts. In previous 0.3 patches, we had Slither Sand and Grip Gel, so this trend is very likely to continue. Historically on release, this crafting material cost 500 scripts and you needed a lot of them to craft the 0.3 gear set. For perspective, I put the crafting list for the previous 0.3 gear sets on the screen. You needed about 117 of the respective 0.3 crafting material to craft the gear set as well as all of the tools. When we do the math, that comes out to 58,500 crafting scripts. And yeah, that's a lot of scripts. So to prepare for 7.3, just store your choice of collectible for purple scripts on a retainer so you can turn them in on patch day. Since we anticipate new crafting and gathering gear, farming materia is something else you can do to prepare for patch 7.3. And we can use the current tier melding as a guide to what materia to farm. For crafting, you'll definitely need Command and Competence 11 and 12 materia. You'll need significantly more 11s since they will be melded into slots with lower success rates. For Craftsman's Cunning materia, it's very likely that we will be using Cunning 9s to increase our CP. As you can see, there are other Cunning materia that could potentially be used in upcoming melding. I would recommend waiting for the final melding before farming these other types of Cunning materia. Gathering materia is a little harder to predict, however, definitely stock up on 11 and 12 gathering materia, then wait for the final melding to see what other types of gathering materia we may need. Besides collectible farming and custom deliveries, don't forget about some easy sources of crafting and gathering materia. If you've done any Cosmic Exploration content, you can use your Cosmo credits to purchase current tier crafting or gathering materia. If you have your Island Sanctuary unlocked, it is a good source of the older materia, specifically the number 9s that may be used in upcoming melding. So that's all I got for this crafting and gathering prep guide for 7.3. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.